Drew McIntyre quits WWE, plans for Raw after Royal Rumble 2025, a major update on Lilly and Alexa Bliss after Royal Rumble. Alexa Bliss denies plastic surgery rumors following her return. The WWE is set to push a top superstar after a history-making Royal Rumble performance. Another real-life cousin of Roman Reigns challenges him. Roman Reigns' angry message to CM Punk after Royal Rumble. Jey Uso sends a message to Jimmy Uso. Fatu quits SmackDown for WWE Raw. Let's dive right in. Plans for Raw after Royal Rumble 2025. Tonight's episode of WWE Raw will be the fallout show for the Red brand following Royal Rumble 2025. This episode of the Monday Night Show will officially kick off the road to WrestleMania 41. As a result, some interesting developments could be witnessed by fans on Raw following the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. We will discuss 4 surprises that may unfold in this week's edition of WWE Raw. Number 1. Former Universal Champion Finn Balor might get kicked out of the Judgment Day. Finn Balor made his return at Royal Rumble 2025 when he entered the men's Royal Rumble match. However, things didn't go well for Balor, as he was eliminated soon after entering the match. However, on tonight's episode of WWE Raw, fans might witness a major twist, with Finn getting thrown out of the villainous faction. There have already been internal conflicts between Balor and Judgment Day over the past few months. Additionally, Dominic Mysterio replaced Finn before the Rumble and failed to reclaim the tag titles with JD McDonough. It's possible that if Finn Balor tries to take out his frustration on Dirty Dom, it could backfire, leading to him getting kicked out of the Judgment Day. This could also plant the seeds for a babyface run for the former Universal Champion in the company. Number 2. Jey Uso might challenge Cody Rhodes, not Gunther, in tonight's WWE Raw. Jey Uso emerged as the victor of the men's Royal Rumble match. In the post-match conference of the Royal Rumble PLE, the Yeet Master seemingly hinted at challenging Gunther. He further asserted his intention to finally dethrone him as World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania 41. Meanwhile, on the Red Brand show tonight, the OG Bloodline member could surprise fans with an unexpected decision by challenging Cody Rhodes at the showcase of the Immortals. This could add a new twist to the ongoing storyline involving Jey Uso, as fans are not expecting him to challenge Rhodes instead of the Imperium leader. Number 3. Roman Reigns may attack Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins destroyed Roman Reigns following their Royal Rumble elimination when the Visionary stomped Reigns' head onto the steel steps. He was also engaged in a heated physical brawl with CM Punk before walking out of the arena. With the high possibility of a Reigns, Rollins, and Punk triple threat feud, the OTC could show up on tonight's WWE Raw. Upon his surprise arrival, the head of the table could launch an attack on his former Shield brother to exact vengeance for Rollins stomping him at the recent PLE. This angle would certainly intensify the feud between these stars on the road to WrestleMania 41. Number 4. Alexa Bliss might bring the Wyatt Six back to Raw and take down Liv Morgan and Judgment Day. Alexa Bliss made her surprise return at the Royal Rumble, but was eliminated too early from the match after Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez tossed her out. The angle of Morgan eliminating the goddess early raises speculation about a potential feud between the two stars. Since Liv has the Judgment Day on her side, it's possible that Alexa could bring the Wyatt Six back to WWE Raw to exact vengeance. As of now, the Horror faction is part of SmackDown under the transfer window, but has yet to make their arrival on the Blue brand. So, it's likely that without making their SmackDown debut, Uncle Howdy's faction could return to WWE Raw and align with Bliss. Together, they could take down the villainous faction and Morgan to set up a high-profile feud on the road to WrestleMania 41. An alliance between Bliss and the Wyatt Six makes perfect sense due to their connection with the late, great Bray Wyatt. Additionally, Alexa brought Lily with her during her Rumble entrance, hinting at a return to her darker persona. A major update on Lily and Alexa Bliss after Royal Rumble. The WWE Universe was surprised several times during the 38th annual Royal Rumble on Saturday. Most notably, one of the bigger returns of the night saw Alexa Bliss make her comeback amid concerning rumors. Bliss wasn't alone, and now some new details have been revealed about Bliss and her sinister sidekick Lily. WWE's 5 Feet of Fury entered the Women's Royal Rumble at number 21. Bliss carried her doll Lily to the ring with her and went at it with other superstars for 11 minutes and 1 second before Liv Morgan made her the 12th elimination. Bliss had 0 eliminations of her own in the Royal Rumble opener. The comeback happened just 1 day after reports on Bliss and officials being so far apart on financial terms that a new contract may not be reached, which would have potentially sent the 33-year-old into free agency, or AEW. It turns out this information was not accurate unless a deal was reached at the last minute. Sources did report that Bliss's return was a late decision, as she reportedly ended up replacing Shotzi. Lily's upgraded look was a topic of discussion among fans coming out of the Rumble. Jason Baker of Colosseum Studios took to X to reveal that he helped the company with Bliss's return. The longtime friend and collaborator to Bray Wyatt noted that two of his colleagues, Sandy Mimpson and Ambria Pearson, worked with the WWE creative writing team to help with Bliss's new look and Lily's upgrades, touted as her new glow-up by Baker. This is the first confirmation of WWE actually planning changes to the characters. Baker, who has worked on many of Wyatt's props, masks, and storyline ideas, along with horror icon Tom Savini, also revealed how he and Bliss have formed a strong friendship. The co-creator of The Fiend also included a backstage photo from the Royal Rumble, where Bliss's return caused a bit of a stir backstage. And this, a friendship that'll never, ever end. Red circle emoji. Thanks, Alexa Bliss, for letting me and Sandy Mimpson make your return jacket and skirt. Me, Ambria Pearson, and the WWE creative team also helped Lily chew her new glow-up, Jason Baker wrote. Bliss has been confirmed to be a part of the Raw brand moving forward. WWE Shop has released new merchandise for Lily and Bliss, who paid tribute to Wyatt and The Fiend on her Rumble return gear. Alexa Bliss is officially back in World Wrestling Entertainment after a 2-year hiatus that included her maternity leave. She took to X tonight with a photo from the Royal Rumble and sent a message to her fans. "Thank you. Love you all." Heart emoji. Alexa Bliss wrote. Bliss has not wrestled a standard non-Rumble match since January 28, 2023. She failed to dethrone then-champion Bianca Belair at the Royal Rumble 2023 PLE that night. Alexa Bliss denies plastic surgery rumors following her return. Alexa Bliss has commented on the plastic surgery rumors following her WWE return in the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match. Bliss was absent for 2 years due to pregnancy and health-related issues. She made a surprise comeback this past Saturday after weeks of speculation regarding her contract situation. At the 2023 Royal Rumble, the goddess challenged Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship but failed to dethrone the EST. She then took a long hiatus to get treatment for skin cancer and prioritize motherhood. The former WWE Women's Champion was blessed with a daughter in November 2023. After 2 years of inactivity and recent reports about her future, the 5 Feet of Fury made her surprise return as an entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble. She paid tribute to the late Bray Wyatt with a custom Fiend jacket and the return of Lily the doll. However, there were rumors that Lily had gotten some work done on her face and body. In a post on X, Alexa Bliss vehemently defended her doll from all the plastic surgery claims. "On behalf of Lily, I deny all plastic surgery claims, LOL," Bliss wrote. Alexa Bliss returned as a free agent, but her status didn't last long. She's now part of the Raw brand, as per PW Insider. The WWE is set to push a top superstar after a history-making Royal Rumble performance. WWE presented its 38th annual Royal Rumble just over 24 hours ago, and the buzz surrounding the big event continues. With roster changes, call-ups, and debuts rumored for the road to WrestleMania 41, sources have provided a major inside update on plans for one of the more controversial superstars. Roxanne Perez entered the 30-woman Royal Rumble match at number 3 on Saturday night behind Sky and Liv Morgan. The NXT representative went 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 47 seconds until Charlotte Flair tossed her out last to get the win. Despite the lengthy outing, Perez had just one elimination of her own, Julia, who dethroned the 23-year-old of the NXT Women's Championship at New Year's Eve on January 7th. For some time now, the prodigy has been rumored and even discussed for a main roster promotion. Fightful Select now adds that Perez is headed for a call-up sooner rather than later. The rising WWE superstar has accomplished just about everything she can in NXT during the 2 years and 11 months she's been under contract. Backstage sources began hearing in early January that Perez's call-up from NXT could be expected sooner than later, but no actual date or time frame was provided. After the Texas native had such a strong outing at the Rumble on Saturday, Roxanne's call-up was described as all but confirmed. Perez has been ready for the main roster for some time now, at least from a performance perspective. The inaugural ROH Women's World Champion is a 2-time NXT Women's Champion and a 1-time NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. Perez also held the ROW Diamonds Division Championship for Booker T's Reality of Wrestling promotion. Perez has had 3 main roster WWE TV matches so far. She teamed with Shotzi and Raquel Rodriguez for a SmackDown loss to Damage Control on October 14th, 2022, and then was defeated by Emma on the May 11th, 2023 edition of Main Event. Roxanne's Raw in-ring debut came on April 8th last year with a win over Indy Hartwell on the Raw after WrestleMania. Saturday's WWE Royal Rumble PLE was the third 30-woman Royal Rumble match for Roxanne Perez. She entered the match in the number 3 slot and was eliminated last by winner Charlotte Flair. Sky entered at number 1 and went 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 45 seconds, while number 2 entrant Liv Morgan went 1 hour, 7 minutes, 0. Perez made history at the Rumble on Saturday by setting a new record for the longest time spent in a single women's Rumble at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 47 seconds. The previous record of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 3 seconds was set by Bayley in 2024, a match she won. The Prodigy made her WWE Royal Rumble debut in 2023, where she was the number 8 entrant, going for 434 until Damage Control eliminated her 4th, before she could land any eliminations of her own. Perez also participated in 2024, entering at number 27 and going 829, before being eliminated by Tiffany Stratton in the 23rd spot, with no eliminations. Another real-life cousin of Roman Reigns challenges him. WWE star Roman Reigns may have put an end to his biggest threat in Solo Sikoa, but he will continue to have a target on his back as long as he holds the Ula Fala. Another one of his cousins has announced he's coming for his birthright in WWE. The only tribal chief reclaimed his red garland from Solo Sikoa, who stole it from him in his absence from WWE post-WrestleMania 40. Reigns returned at SummerSlam to engage in a series of battles with his cousin and the new Bloodline. Their months-long rivalry finally culminated in a traditional style as they faced each other in tribal combat during the Raw on Netflix premiere this year. In an interview with Tim Han Rivera, Fatu opened up about his goals and said he intends to create a unique identity for himself, which sets him apart from the Bloodline. Just trying to separate my name, Fatu, from my family, that's the challenge right now. I'm trying to show people that even I'm still connected with this Bloodline. I got my own stuff going on. Fatu's a whole different brand, so that's what I'm trying to do right now. We're just taking it one day at a time, Fatu said. Fatu reflected on some of the struggles he faced at the age of 16. He added that the Bloodline story would not have happened without his late father, Umaga, a WWE legend. Fatu thinks it's only fitting that he reclaims the Ula Fala, which is currently in Roman Reigns' possession. I feel like my story. I went through hardship at a young age. At 16, I did 6 years in prison. For me to come home and actually try the family business out. Because to be honest, growing up, I didn't want to do this. Nobody in our family really wanted to do this. But it was an option when I came home from prison, and I'm actually happy that I started doing it because it just brought me closer to my pops. If it wasn't for my pops, there wouldn't be none of this stuff that's going on right now. So it's only right that I come back and reclaim my birthright, the Ula Fala. Fatu is currently grinding on the independent circuit and recently wrestled Booker T in a student versus mentor match. It's no secret that he's poised to be a future WWE signing. Roman Reigns came up short in the 30-man Royal Rumble match last night. He was eliminated at the same time as Seth Rollins by CM Punk. Moments later, Logan Paul eliminated the Second City Saint. What transpired at the ringside seemingly set the stage for the WrestleMania 41 showdown. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins engaged in a chaotic brawl, which ended with the Visionary stomping the OTC multiple times, leaving him unconscious. After last night's events, it looks like this year's show of shows could feature a triple threat match. Roman Reigns' angry message to CM Punk after Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns couldn't believe that CM Punk had eliminated him from the men's Royal Rumble match and yelled at him at ringside. The OTC screamed at Punk, asking how he could do that to him when they had been allies just weeks prior. At Survivor Series War Games 2024, Punk was part of Reigns' team that defeated the Bloodline and Bronson Reed in a men's War Games match. At one point, Punk even saved Reigns from a devastating tsunami that led to Reed getting injured. During the men's Royal Rumble match, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were attempting to throw each other out when CM Punk took advantage of the situation and eliminated both men at the same time. In another twist, Punk was immediately thrown out by Logan Paul. As Reigns and Punk were on the floor at ringside, Reigns yelled the following at him: "How could you do that to me? We literally partnered up a month ago." Immediately after, Seth Rollins hit a curb stomp on Reigns and began brawling with Punk at ringside. The Visionary resumed his attack on Reigns and headed backstage with nothing but hatred for his former Shield teammate. Jey Uso sends a message to Jimmy Uso. No matter how controversial his win may have been with a section of fans, Jey Uso's triumph at Royal Rumble 2025 has led to a flurry of emotional reactions. Jimmy Uso recently commented on his brother's win, and Jey has acknowledged it with a short and sweet message. In a match that featured several stalwarts of the business like John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and more, the Yeet Master's chances of winning the show were slim at best. However, he defied the predictions and eliminated the leader of the Nation to secure a win that would be etched in the history books. Jey's brother, Jimmy Uso, had shared a video on his Instagram where he and Jacob Fatu could see embracing him after he came to the back. Jey Uso has now commented on the footage with a message for his brother. "Our turn," wrote Jey. Jacob Fatu quits SmackDown for WWE Raw. Since his debut, Jacob Fatu has been a force to be reckoned with. He raises havoc anywhere and everywhere, but his time on SmackDown might be up. He has been more unhinged than ever without Solo Sikoa's guiding hand, and he may have already realized that. With that in mind, could he make a move to WWE Raw and find a new leader? The answer to the first part is potentially a yes. With the transfer window still underway, there is no telling what the future holds for Jacob Fatu. He could make a move to Raw, or he could stay on Friday nights. The second question is a bit more tricky and is based on a backstage interaction. After all, the new leader he could choose to serve in this scenario is Jey Uso. As is common knowledge by now, Jey Uso won the Men's Royal Rumble match. It was a monumental win, and perhaps the biggest of his career. As such, both his friends and family were backstage to congratulate him, including his cousin Jacob Fatu, who was even seen in a Yeet t-shirt. Taking this into consideration, there is always a chance he could move to Raw and request to become Jey's enforcer as he hits the road to WrestleMania. It certainly would be quite the twist if it does happen. But at this point in time, it is nothing more than speculation. While it is fun to speculate, it might be a while before Jacob Fatu makes the move to Raw. Why? Well, following the Royal Rumble, he will want to go after Braun Strowman once again. After all, it was the monster among men who eliminated him from the Rumble match. Making a return after a devastating loss at Saturday night's main event, Strowman shocked the world when he eliminated Fatu. Understandably, the Samoan werewolf was irate and threw a chair at Strowman as he left the arena. Clearly, there is now some unfinished business between the two. It will be interesting to see what Fatu does on this week's episode of SmackDown. Given all that has happened, perhaps he will renew his rivalry with Strowman. Drew McIntyre quits WWE. Drew McIntyre failed to secure a spot in the WrestleMania 41 main event as he was eliminated from the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. After the contest, it was reported that the Scottish Warrior wasn't happy with a top star's actions in Rumble. This could force McIntyre to quit Raw. The former World Heavyweight Champion was seemingly furious backstage and stormed out of the arena before the show's conclusion. McIntyre's rumored real-life frustration has become one of the biggest talking points coming out of the event. While nothing is confirmed yet, some reports have indicated that the Scotsman and a few other stars were unhappy with LA Knight. WWE could now capitalize on this opportunity to book Drew McIntyre to quit Raw as part of a storyline. On the upcoming episode of Red Show, McIntyre could announce that he was quitting the brand because of the recent drama. He could ultimately join SmackDown to begin his WrestleMania 41 storyline. Drew McIntyre is reportedly set to start a rivalry against SmackDown star Damian Priest. The Archer of Infamy was the one who eliminated the Scottish Warrior from the Men's Rumble. If the mentioned rumors are true, McIntyre might enter a rivalry with former United States champion LA Knight on the Blue brand. That said, the angle mentioned is speculative, and fans will have to stay tuned to find out what's next for the Scotsman. The next major WWE Premium Live event is Elimination Chamber 2025. The show's card will likely feature a chamber match for both divisions. The winners of the bouts will be getting a title shot at Mania. Last year's Men's Elimination Chamber match winner, Drew McIntyre, might soon announce himself for the upcoming edition of the annual bout. He could aim to win the contest 2 years in a row and punch his ticket to WrestleMania. However, this is mere speculation, and it remains to be seen how the Triple H-led creative team will book the Scottish Warrior in the coming months.